Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, here we go, here we go. Are you ready for your next comedian? Yeah! Okay, let's greet him with a number one with our feet. Give him number two up high. Ladies scream. My friend, Mr. Sam Wolf.
Hello everyone. I'm Sam. I'm a vegetarian. People make a lot of assumptions about vegetarians. They think we're weak, they think we're protein deprived, they think we're scared of chickens. Just on the way here, I was going to a kebab shop, I walked in, the guy's like, hey, what do you want? Do you want a lamb kebab, chicken kebab? No. He's like, beef kebab, camel kebab, lamb kebab, lima kebab. If you want, I do great Loris kebab. It's fantastic if you've got time, because it can be a bit slow. I said, all I want is a falafel. He's like, falafel? Falafel? What? Are you gay? I said, no, I'm not gay, I'm just a vegetarian. He's like, vegetarian? Anyway, he starts making my falafel, and just then I had this panic attack, and I'm like, shit, I'm not sure I've actually got any money. And I'm like fumbling through my pockets, looking for some change, and he looks up at me, he says, homeless? And I'm like, fucking hell, come on. I mean, there's only so much stuff a vegetarian can take. Gay, weak, and now homeless. I mean, and I'm about to get hostile with this guy. I look him in the eye, and then I see, okay, he's actually doesn't mean it in a bad way. He's quite a nice guy. He's feeling for me. He thinks I don't have any money, and maybe he's going to give me a free falafel. I think maybe this is a good thing. And I'm touched by this, and I start to well up, and tears start coming down my face, and before I know what's happening, I'm in a floods of tears in this kebab shop, and the guy's like, okay, so you don't like hummus? Chili sauce. So I look a bit scruffy, so I guess that's why people might think I'm homeless, but I'm actually quite posh. I grew up in Highgate. My dad was a doctor. My parents would have loved it if I'd been a doctor too. They sent me off to this private primary school, which had a reputation for churning out doctors and lawyers. I didn't really fit in that well. I turned up, there was no school uniform. I used to go in my blue dungarees and my Thomas the Tank Engine t-shirt. The other kids would be there in Italian suits, silk ties. They'd have little briefcases for carrying their packed lunch in. Groups of these kids used to like gang up on me in the playground and give me like Chinese birds and wedgies until I agreed to take out private health insurance. There were like two activities that used to go on at this school in PE lessons. There was British Bulldog and there was Kiss Chase. And I guess the idea was these were precursors to like games that university level lawyers would play, rugby and gang rape. I wasn't very into British Bulldog. I mean, I'm a small guy. But Kiss Chase was fantastic. I was really into that. In Kiss Chase lessons, there's this girl, Hannah. I had a massive crush on this girl, Hannah. And I used to run after her. I'd run like 3 paces. And she'd run 3 paces, she'd just stop. And I'd be like, this is great. And then she'd run off again, 3 more paces. And then she'd stop again. I'm like, I'm really in here. And I'd give her a really good kiss this time. Like. And you know, I kind of came to regard this as like a pivotal early relationship. She was like my first girlfriend. I look back on it fondly for years until years later I found out the little bitch just had asthma. Anyway, these days I live in Brixton. I love Brixton. It's got great food, it's got a good nightlife, it's got some of the best knife crime in all of London. I mean, that stuff gets me right here. But the one thing I don't like about Brixton is the walk from Brixton Tube Station up to the bus stop. It's about a 100-metre walk, and into that 100 metres is crammed the highest density of hastily people who want to just get on your case in all of Britain. And I do this walk twice a day, and I kind of worked out some strategies for dealing with it. And you come out of the oyster gates, and the first guy you see is this blind guy with a bucket, and he's like collecting coins for some charity. And he's quite easy to get past. He's like a level 1 baddie. You just kind of like scoot round to the side, just try and keep out of reach of his white stick, and shut the past you through. Then it's straight upstairs. When you're doing that, good tip, keep your hands in your pockets, because you'll get to the top of the stairs, and if you haven't got your hands in your pockets, you'll be clasping a whole load of yoga pamphlets and some Nigerian telephone calling cards. You get to the top, and the fuckers are trying to gas you. There's like joss sticks burning, the smoke's in your face, it's in your throat, and through the fog you see the looming shapes of the Brixton drug dealers. There's like 6 of these guys, and they're really persistent. You walk up, they're like, hey, you want hash? You want ganja? You want sensimilia? And at one point I just flipped out on this guy. I was like, listen, I'm not a fucking junkie. I'm a vegetarian. And I thought I would get him off my case, but no. He's just diversified his product range. Now I get on stage, he's like, hey, Baldy, you want spirulina? I got tahini. It's really good shit. You know, the weird thing is, there's loads of drug dealers out there, but there's also a hell of a lot of police, and they're all crammed into the same like 100 metres, and you wonder, how does this like little ecosystem survive? Why doesn't one lot eat the other? But I don't really mind, because the drug dealers, at the end of the day, they're quite friendly. They only sell drugs to people who want them. There's much more sinister evil on the streets of Brixton, and that is the Christians. Because they are out there in force. The Christians are everywhere. And they're not even discreet. The drug dealers, they kind of like try and talk under their breath a little bit, you know. They don't try too hard, but they make an effort. The Christians have amplification systems. Some of them have got salsa bands and steel drums. Anyway, my tactic is I stand next to them, I hold up a little sign that says, please preach quietly, Jesus has a headache. So then I got home, I'm nearly at my house, got the keys in the door, there's like one last guy, comes up to me, little homeless guy, shambles over, he says, hey mate, can you spare £3? I'm like, what do you want £3 for? He's like, I just want to buy a falafel. And I'm like, okay, well I can kind of relate to that, the guy needs a falafel, so I'm fumbling in my pockets, look for some change. And as I'm handing over to him, I say, are you gay? Thank you very much.